Hello my dear students, this is P. Venkateswarlu, PGT Physics, the Nandal Public School. Today I will explaining electromagnetic induction part 2, coming to Lenz law. So according to this law, the polarity of induced EMF is such that it tends to produce a current which oppose the change in magnetic flux that produced by it. Once again, Lenz law we can define according to this law, the polarity of induced EMF is such that it tends to produce a current which oppose the change in magnetic flux that produced it. Okay, understand? So the meaning of Lenz law means if a bar magnet and coil is there, magnet is pushed or away from the coil, or it bar magnet moves or away from the coil. Okay, so we know that according to electromagnetic induction, the coil produces induced EMF. Okay, so that is the thing. Here what happened, induced EMF is there. From the induced EMF it produces induced current. Okay, so this induced current again passing through the coil, it produces magnetic field. Understand, it produces magnetic field. So that magnetic field, that due to that magnetic field, magnetic flux will come. That magnetic flux is oppose the change in magnetic flux caused by the induced EMF. Understand? See here, say it is coil. This is first surface, this is second surface. Okay, if north pole is approaches to the coil, understand? See here what happens, the current will generate if north pole. Okay, so north pole towards or away from the coil, so what happened, if north pole passing through the coil means the current generate anti-clockwise, like this, anti-clockwise. Okay, understand? If the current is passing through anti-clockwise, here also magnetic field is developed, it produces north pole, understand? So now if north pole is approaches to the coil means, here in the coil the magnetic field is developed. That magnetic field cause the flux, that flux is oppose the change in magnetic flux. This north pole is opposes to the current generated in the coil, it produces a magnetic field that oppose the change in magnetic flux. Okay, so consider another example. Okay, this is side 1, this is side 2, and here we can take north pole. Okay, sorry, already north we have to take south. Okay, so if south pole enter into the coil, side 1, side 2 enter into the coil, so what happened, current will generate, the current will passing through this coil is clockwise direction. Understand? Like this, here it will give south pole. Understand? Okay, so if south pole approaches are away from the coil, okay, here whenever the south pole of the magnet is approaches to the coil opposes the south pole. Okay, understand? So if north pole is entering into the coil or approaches to the coil, it opposes north pole. Okay, so if south pole reaches to the coil or coming towards the coil, south pole it opposes south pole. Okay, understand? Okay, uh, if north pole, if north pole passing away from the coil, okay, what happen? The current is clockwise direction, clockwise direction, understand? Clockwise direction, the current is clockwise direction. Okay, it supports the magnetic flux. Here here south pole is moving away from the coil, means the current direction is anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, understand? See here, we can say this is uh, this law gives conservation of energy. This law will give conservation of energy. So here, first Lenz's law and conservation of energy. When north pole of magnet moved away, south pole develops on the from the face of the coil, vice versa, means if south pole of the magnet moved away from the coil, means north pole develops on the from face of the coil, vice versa. Okay, here therefore work work has to be done against the force of attraction in taking the magnet away from the coil. This mechanical energy or this mechanical work in moving the magnet with respect to the coil changes into electrical energy produced induced current. Okay, so Lenz law obeys laws of conservation of energy, means here, so we have magnet. Okay, so this magnet is moves or away from the coil, means here mechanical work is there. Okay, understand? This mechanical work is converted into electrical energy, we can say. We know that law of conservation of energy means energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. From that so magnetic energy to electrical energy possible with the help of mechanical work. Lenz law and conservation of energy. Coming to Lenz law, the direction of the induced EMF or induced current is such that it opposes the change that is producing it. When the magnet is pushed towards the coil, the induced current produced will oppose the push of the magnet by creating a north pole on the face of the coil near the magnet. When the magnet is pulled away from the coil, the induced current produced will oppose the pull of the magnet by creating a south pole on the face of the coil near the magnet. According to Lenz law, the induced EMF opposes the changing that produced it. We perform mechanical work in causing the change in magnetic flux. So, it is the mechanical energy which is converted into electrical energy. Thus, Lenz law is accordance with the law of conservation of energy. Okay, here in the problem they given one diagram, one bar magnet and one capacitor. One capacitor, it is not a battery. Okay, see here, north pole is approaches to the coil. Okay, north pole is approaches to the coil. So we know that induced current generates in the coil. So now what is the direction of current? Okay, so which of the following one positive, which of the following one negative, understand? So according to Lenz law, if current generate in the coil, the direction we can find. So with the help of the bar magnet, an induced EMF is generates. So what is the current direction? Current direction. If north pole approaches to the coil means the current generated anti-clockwise direction. Okay, anti-clockwise direction means like this. The current direction is anti-clockwise. Okay, means the current passing from A to B means A positive, B negative. A positive, B negative. Understand? So current passing from A to B means A positive, B negative. A positive and B negative. Problem. Okay. So in the problem, they given one diagram. Circuit diagram means the current is passing through wire. Okay, above and below we can take two circular rings, circular metallic rings. Okay, if current passing through the conductor, straight conductor increases, what about the current induced in the two rings? Okay, according to this problem, this is current carrying conductor, current is passing. Above and below we have to take metal ring, ring 1 and ring 2. Okay, so the current passing through conductor I increases. The question is, okay, so what is the direction of the induced current in metallic ring or metal ring 1 and 2? Okay, 1 and 2. See here how we can find the direction of the induced current in metallic ring 1, metallic ring 2. Okay, here, so according to Eirsted experiment, we can say if current passing through the conductor, it produces magnetic field. Okay, according to Maxwell right hand thumb rule, we can find the direction. So, if thumb indicates the direction of the current means remaining fingers indicates the direction of magnetic field lines. Understand? C means here magnetic field lines entering into the board and leaving from out. Understand? Out from the board into the board. Out from the board into the board. Then according to Lenz law here north pole. Okay. So north pole opposes by north is opposed to north. So that's why here the direction is north. Understand? Means here which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Here this out from the board means we can say that is south. Okay, south. Here south means here south opposes by south. Here clockwise. CW clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise direction. Here anti-clockwise direction. Here they given one circuit. So means A and B capacitors. So circular current coil. So beside both side we can take magnetic dipoles. Magnetic dipole means bar magnet. South to north here. South to north and south north. Both are approaches to each other. Now how we can find the direction of the current which is induced in the coil? So how we can find the current induced in the coil, the direction? Okay, see here north entering into the coil, here south entering into the coil, both side. Okay, here north pole coming approaches to coil means here the induced current opposes the north pole. Understand? So that's why the direction of the current here in this way. Okay, anti-clockwise direction. Understand? Means A to B. Means A positive, B negative. Okay. So once again we can check another magnet. If south pole approaches to the coil, so here in this side, we can get south pole. South pole is opposed by south pole. Okay, understand the direction of the current is clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Understand. South pole is opposed by south pole. That's why here in this way. Okay, so this is left side, this is right side. Right side, the direction is clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Understand? In this problem, they given magnetic flux. Okay, so in the form of T, in the form of equation, that is phi is equal to phi t square, phi t cubed minus 100t plus 300. So from this we have to find EMF, electromotive force, induced EMF at T is equal to 2. T is equal to 2. So what is the formula for induced EMF? EMF E is equal to minus d phi by dt, d phi by dt. Here minus d by dt of equation phi t cubed minus 100t plus 300. After differentiation, E is equal to minus 5 into t cubed. T cubed means 3t square. 3t square minus 100. T differentiation 1. 300 0. We can rearrange this minus 15t square minus 100. Okay, minus 15 into 2 square, because t is equal to 2 seconds. T is equal to 2 seconds minus 100. Okay, that is equal to 15 force minus 15 into 4 minus 100 plus 100. Okay, so 15 force minus 60 plus 100, that is equal to plus 40 volts. Plus 40 volts. Induced EMF is plus 40 volts. To motional EMF and Faraday law. Energy consideration. Motional EMF. Motional electromotive force. Faraday's law. Energy consideration. Okay, see here, the name itself, motional EMF. So we know that according to electromagnetic induction, so if the coil or magnet which are in motion, we can get the induced EMF. Okay, in this case we have to take one coil inside the magnetic field. This is magnetic field. Okay, into indicates the field lines are entering into the board. Understand? Okay, so in the magnetic field, so we can take any one of the circular coil or a rectangular wire, rectangular conductor. Say it is P, Q, R, S. Okay, P, Q, R, S. Okay, understand? So this rod length is L. RS is equal to L, length of the rod, and Q to R distance is X. Q to R is equal to X. Understand? Okay, so when rod moves towards or away from the PQ, okay, so we can say the rod is in motion, the coil which is in motion. Okay, only this RS rod moves towards or away from the PQ. So due to motion, some induced current or induced EMF developed in this coil. Okay, how we can find? How we can find that induced EMF means by using magnetic flux. By using magnetic flux. Flux. Magnetic flux. It is denoted phi. It is denoted phi. Phi is equal to BA, magnetic field into area. Magnetic field into area. Magnetic field B, area. Okay, area of PQRS. PQRS, it is rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. Okay, x into L. X into L. Understand? We can get phi is equal to B into x into L. Okay, B into x into L. Understand? So if we know magnetic flux, how we can find induced EMF? Induced EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt. D phi by dt. Understand? Induced EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt. Okay, here the minus sign indicates the direction of the current always P to Q, like this. Okay, so here we don't consider negative sign according to Lenz law. D by dt of BXL. BXL. Understand? BXL. B into dx by dt into L. Okay, dx by dt is equal to V. Okay, B into V into L. Understand? V. Rearrange this. EMF E is equal to BVL. BVL. Understand? EMF E is equal to BVL. From the PQRS area and magnetic field, we can get EMF E is equal to BVL. BVL. Understand? So from this EMF we can find current, we can find force, we can find power. Okay, understand how we can find power? Okay, current is equal to EMF by resistance. So what is EMF? BVL divided by R. So this is current. I is equal to BVL by R. This is current. This is EMF. Okay, so we can find force also. We can find force. We know that force is equal to ILB. Force acting on the metallic rod inside the magnetic field. F is equal to ILB from previous chapter. Okay, so in this case F is equal to what is I? I is equal to BVL by R. BVL by R into LB. Okay, F is equal to B square V into L square by R. B square V square, B square V square, L square by R. So this is force. Understand? This is force. Okay, this is force. How we can find power? Okay, power P is equal to force into velocity. Power P is equal to what is the force? B square V square L square by R. B square V L square by R into V. Rearrange this. B square L square V square by R. It is the power. P is equal to B square V square L square by R. This gives the power. Understand? Very important one. Very important one. Okay, so already this derivation already given in previous CBSE board exams. Coming to problem, So in this problem they given velocity of the wire. Velocity of the wire V is equal to 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second. And length is equal to 0.3 meters. 0.3 meters. Okay. So in this case the wire is perpendicular to the field. Okay, we don't need that direction. Okay. B is equal to magnetic field 1 Weber per meter square or Tesla. Okay, understand? So from this how we can find the EMF, okay, induced EMF, how we can find based on the formula EMF E is equal to BVL. So what is B? 1. What is V? 20 into L 0.3. Okay, 1 into 20 into 0.3. 6 volts. 6 volts, understand? EMF E is equal to 6 volts.